All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So I didn't put out a long form video today, so I'm going to do a live stream. I just didn't have any ideas, and that's kind of like the thing when you're a content creator. It's really coming up with ideas on a consistent basis to release. So, but the good thing is there's different types of forms of content. So if I don't put out a long form video, I could just come on and do a live stream, right? Or put out a short. That's why it's good to be versatile when it comes to content creation. But yeah, I do have some stuff in store for you guys next year. I think this is going to be really, really interesting. I'm going to try to bring in more as far as what am I investing in, right? To give you guys more detail on that. And I think my Sunday videos would be more aligned with that, so that way I can have some consistent content. I'll still do the typical videos, like if I have a topic that I want to talk about. So yeah, I mean, you could see the kind of the type of videos I put out. But I think that's going to change next year. It's going to be more of a more into my personal finances, right? I'm not going to divulge too much, but it's going to be more like what I do with my finances, what I'm investing in, and things like that. So those are going to be more like maybe like a tutorial video, and maybe some of the brokerages that I use and things like that. So yeah, I think that's going to be a lot interesting, because those type of videos you can actually look at and be like, okay, well, what am I doing? Not to copy and do exactly what I'm doing, but you could say, okay, he's doing this. Let me look into it, right? Because again, this is not financial advice. Okay, so let's take a look at the markets before we play some chess. Again, I'm doing this video in replace of the long form video today. I usually drop a video every week. Okay, so the title of the video is Crypto is Exploding. And yeah, I mean, if you look at crypto prices right now, we're touching close to 119. And yeah, we're doing that next leg up, and I think 120, 125 is going to be that area. We're also seeing altcoins do their thing. There's some I specifically in the AI sector, they're jumping up a lot. But overall, all altcoins are moving up in price. So yeah, I think we've hit that bottom. If you look at the BTC chart, there's always a point in the the bull market season where we just hit that bottom, and the next 3 to 6 months it's just up. So I think we've hit that period. I think we hit the bottom. So if you're a person does not have a position already, I think maybe in the next few weeks that opportunity is going to go away, because we literally had we had all of 2025, right? January to July to get a position. Like if you wanted to get into crypto, you had the first half of 2025 to get into that position, and then you had all of 2024. The thing I don't like about some of the crypto content creators, they really try to time the market, and they're like, oh, I don't think you should be in altcoins at this moment. But the thing is, you never know when the altcoins are going to explode, and it may not be all altcoins at once. And I don't think that's going to happen this time around. I think they're going to be selective altcoins, selective category sectors that move up before other altcoins. So you might have an AI run, and then you might have DeFi go, and then you may have it like L2s. So I don't like when people are like, oh, well, you shouldn't be in altcoins now because they're not doing so well. You need to get in when they're doing well. Well, if you do that, you're going to be too late, right? Like right now, a lot of these altcoins are already up 20 to 40%. And if you don't have a position, now you have to pay 20 to 40% higher, right? And I think it's just going to keep getting worse as we get closer to the end of the year. So yeah. So yeah, I think the opportunity is really fading away for people that want to get in altcoins. And honestly, from my experience, you need to already have conviction in your place. Like if you're a person coming into the crypto market right now and you're saying, oh, I want to get in and make a lot of money. I don't think you'll make some money, but I don't think you're going to make a lot of money because at this point, you really need to have your plays and you really need to have conviction. And conviction only comes with being in a project for so long, being in the Discord channels, checking GitHub to make sure they're completing their roadmap, keeping up with the project, things like that. And that takes years, or not, I'm going to say, yeah, at least a year, to feel comfortable in a project and believe like it's going to do well. So if you're a person right now just trying to look for the hottest pick, I don't think you probably have the most sound crypto exit strategy. And you probably want to stick to the blue chip cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and maybe you could dabble within the first 10, but I wouldn't be a person trying to look for the 100x or 50x at this moment because you already you've needed to have done your research already. Like you can't just come into this space and think you're gonna get a 20, 30x, right? Maybe you get lucky, but again, you don't want to, play with luck when you're trying to build wealth, right? Okay, so let's take a look here. Market positioning. Futures traders currently assign only a 6% odds of rate cut. Yeah, so there's no rate cut in July. Again, we talked about it. It's most likely going to be in September. So there's really nothing to watch out for in July. Earnings and economic indicators. Earnings blitz starts today with reports. Well, definitely not today. So I'm wondering if, well, it looks like, there's some major banks going, reporting earnings this week. It says JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo. It says today, but today's Sunday. So I'm not sure if ChatGPT is just off. So earnings, it looks like a lot of banks are going to be reporting earnings. So that's going to be something to look out for this week. If they report good earnings, it means, people are borrowing and they're making money. So, and it definitely reflects on the economy, right? Because if banks are not doing good, this is kind of like the main source of income that or money that people have to invest and stuff like that. Although interest rates are up, it's always good to look at bank earnings, and that kind of tells you, okay, where the market's at. Because most people do bank with these, big blue chip banks like Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's see what else. Goldman Sachs raised S&P year-end target. Yeah, so my end target, I think my end target for the S&P was like, I think it's I don't think it's at 6,000, but I think it was like 6,500. But it looks like Goldman Sachs is 6,900. So it looks like we're in the close to the same prediction. Okay, yeah, and for the most part, it's just crypto moving. I haven't looked at the futures. But yeah, it should be interesting this month to see how this month plays out. A lot of stuff is already up 20, 30%. And I think it's just going to get even more bullish as we approach the end of the year. Okay, let's play the 3 games of Blitz. I already played Classical this morning, but I didn't do it online. I played it by myself. And I'm at 1333. I'm like bouncing between 1333, 1370, somewhere around there. I'm trying to get to 1400, and the goal is to get to 1500 rapid rating by the end of the year. I think it's possible, very much possible. Okay, let's start. I was playing over the board chess yesterday at Whole Foods. So where I live, they have a Whole Foods, and people on Saturday, they go out at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, some people, it's not like a bunch of people, but they have people that set up their board. So I ended up playing a game. It was pretty close. The person that I was playing said they were rated 1600. And at the end, I mean, I think we had the same amount of pawns, but he had a horse and I had a bishop. So I was up because the bishop is worth a little bit more than the horse. and I think we had the same amount of pawns. I was just losing my pawns. I wasn't paying, and I attribute some of that to just not playing over the board because I lost like some pawns, like easily. Like I literally just gave it up. So yeah, I wanted to attack the middle first. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. And I think I won this game. All right. I think I'm good. Here we go. W. All right, that's my first game. Beat him. Go. Attack the middle. You can see I lose castling right here. Oh, no, never mind. Bring out the horse. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot longer to build up your blitz opposed to, well, I wouldn't say a lot longer because I think most people focus on their rapid, and it's a different type of game, right? You only got 3 minutes in blitz, where in rapid you have 10 or whatever your time interval is, but it's usually a lot longer than blitz. So it's definitely, but I do think as your rapid gets better, your blitz does get better. Because even though you have less time, as long as you can win a piece or get up on pawns quicker, you can win the game. Even though you're close, like you're running out of time. Because a lot of people think like, oh, I just need to move quicker and make my opponent make a mistake, which I think is true. Oh, this person looks like it's disconnected, so it's gonna be my second win of the day. But yeah, a lot of people think, oh, let me just make the person time out and not focus on the strategy. That's what I used to do before. I was just moving quick, and I didn't focus on strategy. Okay, this is gonna be my last game. So you definitely want to have some strategy here and play like you're playing a rapid game. Just play quicker and think quicker. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he's gonna take my pawn. That was a mistake on my end. I think I can. Oh, I can't do that. All right, let's do this. I think now I can take that pawn. Oh no, I don't think I could have. Darn it. I'm playing bad this game. Yeah, if he moves down with the pawn, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But let me see if I can get a checkmate. All right, I'll just gotta run him down here. I don't think he can checkmate me, and I mean he pretty could in 30 seconds. He can, but it's gonna be tough. Definitely gonna be tough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna win this. I think I'm gonna win. Uh, oh my goodness. That's crazy if he wins this. Draw. I drawed it. Which I should have won. I should have won the game. All right, that's my last game. But yeah, so that's what we have to look forward to this week. Crypto may get to 120, 125. I think BTC looks like it's that, or the opposite. Maybe since we ran up from, because we ran up from 107 to basically 119 already. So what we can do, we probably could come back down to 110, and maybe we get that altcoin season, right? Because then that's, if the big BTC dominance is tanking, hence the price is going down, a lot of that liquidity is going into the altcoins, then maybe if we get a drawdown in BTC, then maybe we get the altcoin season here in July. And we already heard that BlackRock is buying a lot more Ethereum now, opposed to in the beginning of the year where a lot of the money was going into the spot BTC ETFs. So yeah, look out for that, and I will go live tomorrow, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.